Good morning, good morning, good morning. Esteemed USA, welcome, welcome once again to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. As you can see, we are in Ogba, we are in the bus stop to get the views of Nigerians on topical issues that we have this morning. Thank you for your support and thank you for being a part of Flip TV and subscribing to Flip TV. I want to say a big welcome to everyone that has been watching us wherever you are in Nigeria and also in the diaspora. A big welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the newsstands. What a wonderful day to be alive. I'll also say a big thank you to our reviewer this morning available. I have Mr. Machi, I have Mr. Raphael, and others on their way as they come to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Let's look at what we have. I have with me the Nigerian Tribune. This morning. I also have the New Telegraph. Let's look at the Nigerian Tribune. For price hike, we compound the hardship of Nigerians. That has been said by the Northern Elders Forum. For price hike will compound hardship of Nigerians. Differ on designation of bandits as terrorists. Once against release of Nnamdi Kanu, the Northern Elders have spoken. They differ on the designation of bandits as terrorists and one against release of Nnamdi Kanu. Falana Adegburuwa Ubani Taku Keyamo over legal status of NSAS panel. Falana Adegburuwa Ubani Taku Festus Keyamo over legal status of NSAS panel. Head of facility, cattle rustlers behind just prison attacks. Head of facility, cattle rustlers behind just prison attacks. Attacker, prison official, 9 inmates shot dead. 252 others on the run. Okay, investigations ongoing. Kaduna begins 4-day working format for civil servants. Kaduna begins 4-day working format for civil servants. State funding police. Fire speaks on state funding police. World Bank hails Kogi 2020 audited financial statement. World Bank hails Kogi's 2020 audited financial statement. COVID-19 Omicron variants. Federal government puts Nigerians on alert. Federal government puts Nigerians on alert. We're looking at the fact that most Nigerians don't really believe that there's COVID-19, but this is another real thing that's happening this morning. We have another variant, they call it the Omicron variant. Canada detects first cases from 2 travelers from Nigeria. Ayade suspend 2021 Calabar Carnival. World must prepare Omicron. World must prepare, then Omicron poses high global risk. That's from World Health Organization. Life, job becoming difficult for the unvaccinated. Life, job becoming difficult for the unvaccinated. What to know about Omicron? Look that up on the Nigerian Tribune. What to know about the Omicron. 200 residents lament as Federal Housing Authority demolishes houses in Lagos. That is the first stack area of Lagos. 200 residents lament as Federal Housing Agency demolishes houses in Lagos. EFCC arrests 60 suspected Yahoo boys in Ogun State. EFCC arrests 60 suspected Yahoo boys in Ogun State. Factional APC caretaker committee emerges in Abuja 15th February 26th for convention. 15th February 26th for convention. They are mere attention seekers, Senator Kanu Dede. They are mere attention seekers. There's really a very big crisis in the APC. There's a big crisis in the APC. Police killed 2 gunmen who murdered 4 mourners in Benue State. Gunmen attack a boy in Lomeka, 2 policemen missing. Gunmen attack a boy in Lomeka, 2 policemen missing. Evans, co-defendant, Arinze dies in custody. Evans, co-defendant, dies in custody. Let's look at the New Telegraph. This morning, what have we not said? Kalu visits IPOB leader in DSS custody. Kalu visits IPOB leader in DSS custody. Insecurity, Fayemi insists on state police. Fayemi insists on state police. JAM adopts cashless registration, made 141 million naira in 1 week. Yoruba leaders, groups disagree on Sunday. Igboho will soon meet president for his release. That's why from YCE will soon meet president for his release. Twitter has accepted federal government's conditions. Kayamo is saying that Twitter has accepted federal government's conditions. Microblogging site CEO Dorsey resigns as microblogging site CEO Jack Dorsey resigns. COVID-19 also alerts scientific community over new variant, other mutations as Canada detects first Omicron variant cases in 2 travelers from Nigeria. Omicron emergence reminder COVID-19 not done with us. That's from the World Health Organization. Study: cone snails venom may treat diabetes. Let's have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Wow. Kayamo came yesterday and he said so many things yesterday. One of the things he said, he discredited the legality of the panel, the NSAS panel. Let's get your position on that.
Thank you for having me. Matthew is in there once more. You see, if Mr. Kayamo is discrediting the NSAS report, the panel, I think this is not the Kayamo we used to know. But the reason may not be far-fetched, because he will be trying to protect the interest of the government.
What is really the interest of the government? I want to understand. Is it an interest that is anti-people?
Unfortunately, in a sane society, what you do as a government is to get justice for your people. Because both the police, the military, and the citizens, by our standard, we're supposed to be Nigerians. Okay. So anywhere there's injustice, is supposed to be treated as injustice, irrespective of who is perpetrating it. This time around, the injustice, the perceived injustice, came from the military and the police. So the responsible thing for government to do was to ensure that they get justice for the victims of that NSAS brutality. But unfortunately, in Nigeria, I think the government, they are looking at the implication of accepting the truth. But the implication is one: the Nigerian government, Nigeria as a nation, will have embargo from America. Don't forget that America have
supply the to Kanu jets.
That is before this issue. Don't forget that America have the law that forbids America from selling arms and ammunition to any country that has history of human rights violation. The same fate that Jonathan government suffered when American government cited that same law in not selling critical arms and ammunition to Nigeria, especially Alpha Jet and some other level of war armaments. Now, that's on one angle. On another angle, on individual basis, people who would have been identified to have done what will face individual sanction from America, from perhaps European Union, even Britain. And most of these politicians, they live their life abroad. They loot money here, they go to abroad and invest. So they stand the risk of losing those investments. Don't forget that each time America and Britain keep warning when there's election is around the corner, warning that anyone that they found wanting in terms of election rigging, that such person will face sanction. That is even what make us to see some level of credibility in an election. That is only when they apply restraint. Don't forget that even as we speak, Nnamdi have written a petition against Mr. President, Muhammadu Buhari, to International Court of Justice, asking the court to try Nigerian president for war crime. You see, I think these are the reasons the government is trying to discredit that report. Because they know that if that report says true, many of them are going to be found wanting. Don't forget that America, Britain, and even some other world bodies are already saying that they are waiting to see how Nigerian government will handle that report. But for me, it's not about whether Kayamo is discrediting it. It's about the facts of the matter. It's about the evidences before the panel that the panel relied on to arrive at those reports. Because if you look at how can you counter an evidence that came from a forensic pathologist from Lagos State Teaching Hospital, in the person of Professor John Obafunwa, who came to testify that over 96 corpses were recovered in different places in Lagos. It's incontrovertible evidence.
Okay.
Or this public announcement that was made by the chief coroner of Lagos, Mojisola Dada, even before the panel arrived at this report, that people who love their loved ones to come forward to identify them for the purpose of claiming the remains of their loved one for burial. And consequent upon that, Falana made inquiry and discovered that over 98 corpses were done in different mortuaries in Lagos.
So you are saying
which collaborated with the report of the panel.
He's saying something he does not understand.
He said it because he may understand. He may understand, but because of interest, because of he's working for this government. But again, look at it from this angle. It is the federal government that mandated all the states that have issues with SARS brutality and police brutality to come up with such independent panel. So in the first place, it is not in the place of Nigerian government to start rejecting that panel. The honorable thing to do is for them to wait for Lagos state government to issue a white paper before they start making comments. Why are they rushing to condemn or to discredit the report when Lagos state has set out a panel under the instruction of federal government is yet to come up with white paper? For me, they should wait for the white paper to come out before they start their all the argument about whether the report is credible or not.
Federal government puts Nigerians on red alert. COVID-19 Omicron variant. 2 have been detected from Nigerians. So there is. We are going to be looking at a lockdown very soon. Let me get your take from COVID-19 and the new variants.
Looking at the new variants and looking at the way Nigeria is handling it, it is still Nigerian lackadaisical attitude of handling national issues. The same reason we had COVID-19 in Nigeria when it was affordable. The same reason we are already having this Omicron variant in Nigeria. Because when they discovered COVID-19 in Wuhan, in China, Nigeria had almost more than 6 months, 7 months, even close to 1 year, to prevent the virus from coming to Nigeria. The time they needed to shut our airspace, they didn't do it. The thing already came here through what they call the senior citizens before they start putting everybody, giving everybody sleepless nights. Now, looking at this Omicron variant, it started from South Africa. And Nigerian government knew ab initio that stopping people from coming from South Africa into Nigeria will curtail the spread to Nigeria. Why it is convenient for Nigerian government to argue that even as persons who travel from Nigeria to Canada were discovered to be positive of that Omicron virus.
There's a situation that why did the Nigerian health system not detect?
I'm coming, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Even as it's convenient for Nigerian government to argue that if somebody gets affected, that in the early stage, even the person undergo tests, that it may not reveal it. That perhaps when the person travel from Nigeria to Canada, the thing would have multiplied, the virus would have multiplied so that another test will reveal it. That's one argument of Nigerian government. The second argument is that Nigeria do not have direct flights. There's no direct flight from Nigeria to Canada. That possibly when the plane transited in 1 or 2 countries, that person may have contracted it. All these are logical. Okay. That is another argument of Nigerian government. And it's not equally convenient for them to argue that if you had closed if you had stopped people coming from South Africa, for instance, just like other nations have done, from South Africa to Nigeria, that would have been a very good strategy to curtail it from coming to Nigeria. Okay. And again, it should have even been more convenient for them to argue that if somebody who is coming from South Africa into Nigeria is already tested negative from the time he left South Africa, before he got here, the virus would have equally multiplied if the person was tested at the early stage in South Africa. That before the person got to Nigeria, that the virus would have multiplied, retesting here would have revealed that the person is actually infected. Why is it not convenient for Nigerian government to argue in that direction? Then again, another area, so that you know that Nigerian government, they are the architect of all the problems we are having. Look at another argument of federal government. That most people who travel into Nigeria, come with fake PCR test results. Meaning they fake it. And the Nigerian government do not have what it takes to check who is faking it and who is not faking it. At the end of the day, people who perhaps have tested positive will be allowed to mix with the regular society, and at the end of the day, people will start contracting it. So what I'm trying to say in effect is Nigerian government inefficiency in our system generally is the essence we have not been able, and it's a national embarrassment that we already have Omicron virus circulating in Nigeria. Nigerian government do not know. Only for 2 persons to travel from Nigeria to Canada, and Canada is the one alerting Nigerian government. Then again, look at another issue. This genomic sequencing. We have up to 6 labs in Nigeria where you can do the sequencing and know and detect the virus. But unfortunately, they are taking it to South Africa. So does it not show you a country that is not ready to healthcare? It's a national embarrassment. I don't know what NCDC is doing. I understand the leadership have been changed. But whether the former leadership or the current leadership, they should not be attracting this global embarrassment to Nigeria. When you have up to 6 labs where you can do genomic sequencing to detect the virus, you are taking samples to South Africa to test. At the end of the day, Canada is detecting. That is not the issue. I think it borders on they don't have the confidence that they can do it. Because why should Canada detecting that we already have Omicron virus in Nigeria? So it is a national embarrassment. It's a global embarrassment. I think Nigerian government should bury their head in shame by now.
Okay, lastly, Barbados becomes a republic, removes Queen Elizabeth as head of state. Just midnight yesterday. Barbados has become a republic, removes Queen Elizabeth as head of state.
If they are exiting from Britain, and they feel Queen Elizabeth they are no longer under Queen Elizabeth, I think there's nothing wrong about it.
So there's possibility for Nigeria and whoever that wants to agitate and move away from Nigeria. That's where I'm moving towards.
I've always said it, that there's nothing sacrosanct about Nigeria. God, in His wisdom, created Nigerian people 3 major distinct personalities and some other minorities, because there are natural unifying factors. Look at language. It's a natural unifying factor. You do not choose your language. God bestowed the language you are speaking in your area to you. If you trace the history of language back to the Bible, when they were building the Tower of Babel, you understand that God used language to scatter and disorganize mankind. So it means people already have their different type of people from that point. So there's nothing sacrosanct about Nigeria. Somebody coming out to say, I want independent state of Biafra, I want independent state of Oduduwa Republic, I want independent state of Arewa Republic, have not committed any crime under the surface of the earth, both in the sight of God and constitutionally, both in our local law and internationally.
Okay.
As long as you are doing it within the ambits of the law. So on that, that's why I say there's nothing sacrosanct about Nigeria. It's just that Nigerian government, I don't know the reason. Each time they see you say, I'm not interested in this entity called Nigeria, they start handing you, arresting you, intimidating you, and even start killing. And it's even fueling and propelling people to agitate more. Because what you do is you have conversation with the people. You look at the areas where things are not working. You try to address it. Look at Brexit. Not everybody signed on to Brexit from the beginning. We saw about 2 prime ministers resigning before Brexit. But the point, it was consummated and it was achieved through negotiation, conversation, dialogue, persuasion, politics, and all that. In the same vein, look at Nnamdi Kalu now. We can understand that Kalu visited them because they are seeking for a political solution. You cannot deny the fact that arrest of Nnamdi Kalu throw Nigerian government or Nigerian state into a turmoil, into crisis. And the best way of that out of that quagmire is political solution. So I encourage the government to follow through that process of political solution to get Nnamdi Kalu out of captivity for us to witness peace. Thank you very much.
I have Mr. Felix. Good morning, Mr. Felix.
Morning.
I'm going to ask Mr. Felix a different question. Did Messi deserve the Ballon d'Or?
Well, they have their criteria. They have their criteria. They have the way they chose Messi. From the paper stand today, a lot of people actually said Messi do not deserve it. That Ronaldo deserved to win it. Well, it has actually been a contest between, if it is not Ronaldo, said that Messi. They were even saying it's supposed to be that it's supposed to win. But it's quite unfortunate that those people that chose them, they saw the things from the outside world did not see. That's why I said they have their criteria. They have their guideline where they said that Messi deserves it. That's my take about that aspect.
Okay, Professor Keyamo has come out to discredit the NSAS panel report. I just want to see your position on that.
I listened to Professor Keyamo and I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed and I was insulted the way the man was talking. He does not talk like a sound.
Yeah, he was an activist before he got to the government.
He was not talking as a sound. He was not talking as a minister. He was talking on a biased tone. On a biased tone.
How do you mean?
You see where a government, APC government, where they are confused. Mr. Lai Mohammed will come and say another thing. Professor Keyamo will come and say another thing. The president will say another thing. The president said, I am waiting for reports from various states. If you listen to Professor Keyamo, they were asking him questions. He was just, but he said, it's my own opinion. If you listen to him very well, he said, it's my own opinion. I felt embarrassed. A minister is someone that should come out and tell the Nigerian people the truth. Professor Keyamo has disappointed Nigeria. Professor Keyamo, who said he was a woman rights activist, when he joined the APC family, he became a woman rights destroyer. People were massacred. People were massacred in Lekki Toll Gate. And he said it's only one person that died. Look at Lai Mohammed. He said even God has family. If you've been watching AIT, even this one before I was leaving, since last week, people have been coming to testify that their people died. So we are evidence. Show evidence. What is happening to our median team? They're not telling the truth.
There are evidences. I don't know why the government does not want to adopt those evidences. The evidence is online. The evidence is on paper. Why is it that the government does not want to adopt?
That is why I said the government is confused. The government is confused. I just said it. The president, we said this. The minister, we said this. Minister of Information, we said that. So the House, APC government, is in a confusion state.
How do you see them come 2023?
They are not going to win the election. They are not going to win the election.
But Tinubu is their helmsman.
Tinubu, if you read today's paper, you will discover that they've sacked the caretaker committee of APC. That they don't want Bruno-led caretaker committee. They don't want it. You are going to see the carcasses in February, where APC will scatter. They are not part. 2022. They are going to have. They said they are going to have their convention. 26. You are going to see how they are going to scatter.
Factional APC caretaker committee emerges in Abuja, fixes February 26 for convention.
If you watch this, the caretaker committee, what takes you? They said 6 months to organize what they call it, convention. What stops it? My take is this: it's high time Nigeria will wake up and tell these people that they came under deceived. And
is PDP an option?
Well, you want me to say an option? PDP is ready now.
Okay.
They are ready. For a political party to hold a convention to hold a convention
Successfully.
And they challenge the APC. That if you know you can hold your convention, go and hold the convention. They only had Congress. They produced 92 ward chairman. And they're having a very big problem. My take is this. I want to encourage all the Nigerians. I want to encourage every Nigerian that come that time, let us go out, let us vote. We don't want a situation where they want pick people that will become the president. Let the president sign the electoral law. Let them sign the electoral law into the law. You watch what happened in Anambra. They will all jubilated because it is the person they want that won the election. But the APC, we are not happy. They said they are going to court. What a party that is ruling us. APC is built by 4 people: the president, the caretaker committee, Malami, and one other person. Tinubu is not there. Tinubu is not there.
National leader.
Where is he in the constitution of APC? There's nothing like national leader. They are just using that to massage his ego. There's nothing like national leader in APC constitution. I stand to be corrected on this platform.
He has influence.
Influence in Southwest. That if they do genuine election in Lagos, I bet you Tinubu cannot win Lagos. If they do genuine election in Lagos, no ringing, no mago. Tinubu cannot win Lagos State. I stand to be corrected on this platform.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Mr. Kunle. Mr. Kunle this morning.
I greet you, man. Yeah, great.
Just thank God.
Yeah.
Nigerian federal government puts Nigerians on red alert. Omicron virus.
I even thought it's the other way around because as it is now, there's a security alert, which I heard from the state police yesterday.
In the Southwest.
You said what?
In the Southwest now.
All the borders, Nigerian borders generally, that they are planning to bomb the
invade.
Yeah, invade, bomb. You know, there was. I mean, I wouldn't blame this gentleman here because he doesn't really know what is happening in the town. You just wake up every day, you go out, you wake up, you go out. We need to.
I heard the story.
Yes, just that is what we should be emphasizing on now. That these people they have lost the security of this country. Everything is in lacuna now. That we need to be taking security.
The government is not in control.
The government is not in control. The way I'm saying things now, because us, the terrorists can perpetrate such or plan to perpetrate such acts. You should know that we are seriously in danger. The government is sleeping.
Are you going to credit this as a result of declaring bandits as terrorists?
It's coming too late. It's coming too late. I will not credit anybody for doing that at this moment because they ought to have done that for a while now. Where were they when the bandits were just having a free day, killing, miming people, and just turning people to children, to orphans? Where were they? They were there and with the promoter. Where were they when the promoter keep coming up that they should give bandit amnesty? Government, yeah, that man should be tried. I mean, he should be tried and face face prosecution because you know these people are terrorists and you are still trying to give them pamper them with kid glove and promoting them. It's quite unfortunate in this kind of country we find ourselves.
Okay, Festus Keyamo discredits the legal panel, the NSAS panel. Say it doesn't have a legal status. It doesn't have a legal status. It is illegal. The NSAS panel. That's from Festus Keyamo. Let me get your position on that.
Festus Keyamo is on the government side. What do you expect him to say? He's on the government side. You can't bite the finger that feeds you. That's that is, to me, his own opinion. If Keyamo has been outside the government, he will not say what he just saying now.
Are you saying there's a conflicting interest there?
Conflict interest on what basis?
The government interest is from the interest of the people.
Sure, definitely. The people in government has to protect the government from all this, backlash. So Keyamo is one of the government people. So what do you expect to come out from him?
Okay.
Right? Those are the days he was a radical lawyer that we used to, but now I don't know.
Yoruba leaders groups disagree on Sunday Kuhu. Some are saying that we will meet the president. Some are saying that we will not meet the president. What do you suggest?
To me, I see no business of the Yoruba elders going to Aso Rock to meet Mr. President. Number one, there's an high court judgment on Sunday ago against the government. That's Federal High Court in Ibadan. They awarded 20 billion damages against the federal government for security, state police going to his house unlawfully without no warrant of arrest, without no warrant of searching, just burgle into that house as a midnight robber, and they carted away a lot of things, and a soul was killed there. A soul, for that matter, a soul that was not on trial, that was not put on trial, was killed in his house, and the court has awarded 20 billion damages. And I'm following the case, and what I heard last night, even one of the DSL council is saying if they pull out 20 billion from federal government coffers, that it will shake the economy of this country. But I now say, how much has they been paying? What's it called? The bandit as ransom. Ransom. I think they're having a nice time in the country now. I think is the highest paid business as we're talking now. These bandits with the ransom they are collecting, 200 million, 300 million. To the extent they've gone to acquire rocket launcher. They've gone to acquire sophisticated mobile. These are the things the Nigerians have to know. It's on an open this thing. It's not a secret this thing any longer. The fear of bandits now is the beginning of wisdom, and they are treating them with kid love. For now, the whole thing has boomerang now, and you are now start rushing to courts to label them bandits. Who are to label them terrorists? I did not terrorists before. I did not grade. I think I'll classify them A-list terrorists. And this is a government that went and slept in the slumber for these bandits to get more momentum and start terrorizing people, killing people.
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu, Kalu visits IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody. That's the former governor of Abia State. Let me get your reactions to that.
All these guys just rising up now to bring peace. I think it's just high service. Both Kanu, all of them, it's just high service they are doing. Where were they when this agitation started? Where were they? Did they learn their voice? When did the agitation started? When Kanu was about to be extradited, did they learn their voice? That no, this guy should not. You see, we should know the gimmicks of all these politicians. Me, I don't, either Kanu, either any one of them, I don't even want to listen to what they say any longer because they are expired people. In my own face, they are expired people. We want a fresh idea in this country. Not all these same people that have been recycling themselves, and we will be hailing them as, once you despise those people and you don't even take them serious any longer, I mean, they will be forced to withdraw. That enough is enough for them.
Are you saying the media should not give them coverage?
Don't give them coverage. That's it. The coverage you have been giving them is all a while. What has it taken us to? What has it done? What have they done with it? What has been done with it? Let us be. I mean, and I think the media too has to very be cautious of this envelope. Media, brown envelope. You see, you just be selling news that we don't even need to hear to us. We don't need all these guys.
But that Nnamdi Kanu news is important to IPOB. Orji Kalu went to visit. Something that people want to know about. It's not like a brown envelope kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not a brown envelope. But what I'm saying now is a PR stunt Orji Kanu is making now. Election is coming. Just to show that it's relevant. Or, those kind bobo no go chop me
again. Advise Nigerians on 2023 coming elections. Advise
Nigerian youth. We should take our destiny into our hand. Youth should take the destiny. The destiny of the youth should be retrieved back to them, into their hand. And I could see some posters all around in the Keja Oregun here now. The youths are coming out. And I've seen one Ubang Udok or so. His posters is everywhere now for president, Ubang for president. And I think if I organize myself towards that time, I have to face my own poster too. The presidency of Nigeria is for everybody. It's not for some cartel. It's not for some cabal. the youth has to waken up. It's not all about complaining. It's not all about complaining. It's not all about complaining. We have to start taking actions now. Take it back, as Chowore said the other time. Take it back. Take the power back. The power belongs to us. We have to take the power back. It's not about coming here every time, lamenting, complaining. What's the way out? What's the way out? And the way out is, for me, when multitude of youth come out bringing posters, we can harmonize the and bring them down to one single candidate we think we may trust and that can lead us to the promised land. But because the ones that are there now and the ones that may even come after these people, they may not lead us to promised land. That is just one thing. Because the system, the foundation we are operating on is not the end thing at all. So, and I keep saying, the restructuring has to come. With anybody that wants to be president now, we have to make him to take an undertaking. I keep saying it, and I'm hampering on it, that the person has to give us an undertaking that 6 months, you did not, organize restructuring, or you did not organize national comfort for everybody to sit and see how we can go back to the regional system we started from. Pitching. Okay. Right? That's going to be an undertaking that this government came in that they said they want to restructure. They came in on the platform of restructuring, in which everybody fall moving for them. But now look at what is happening. Okay. They've changed their tone. Okay. So again, viewers, the good viewers, come down to our birthday. What's it called? The end of the year anniversary. Like I keep saying, we want to thank God that for almost a year now, as we counting, nothing went wrong with any one of us. They will not witness any brutalization. We've not witnessed any casualty from all these police, the government bulldogs. So, but we just want to thank God that we are alive all together. And December 4th, that is Saturday here. That is when we are organizing our get together, and we'll be looking towards for your good gestures. Likewise, so we appreciate it.
The awaiting president has spoken. Under which party, sir?
Under Take Your Destiny Party. Destiny Party.
Thank you very much.
Destiny Party.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Mr. Charles.
Mr. Christian.
How are you?
Good morning, our viewers all over the world. Happy Christmas in advance.
Is this a good news? And Kalu went to visit Nnamdi Kanu. To you, how do you look at it?
Yeah, it's a good news. I love that. As long as the sportsmanship is not coming down to people like him. I have known him very well. He's somebody that he has never been in support of all this Biafra of a thing. I have known Nnamdi Kanu because I was opportune to even work in New Telegraph here. He owns New Telegraph newspaper here.
He owns it, or the brother?
He owns it. Okay. It belongs to him because even when he was at First Gate here, before he bought at Sarowiwa's house, they're not relocated. So it's a good news that somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, these are people we respected in Igbo land. In Igbo land, when you count Igbo land these days, my brother, we don't have prominence like people like that will come out and say, these are the people we are respecting much. Are you getting me? Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be, somebody like Ojo Kalu is supposed to be there. Meaning that, forget about the fact that this man is an Igbo man. The same way this man is from the same state with you. Oh my God, almost the same place. So, somebody like Ike Kweremadu, these are prominent Igbo people we have presently that are still living, that are still alive. But if they should turn back on people like Nnamdi Kanu, it means they are nothing but saboteurs. Are you getting me? So it's a good news that somebody like him has gone out to visit him, and maybe probably his senses is coming back. Are you getting me? It's just like when you tell a Yoruba man that is kicking against Sondibo, and tomorrow the person decided to go and meet Sondibo, whatever it is. It means that they are not coming to terms. But maybe I don't know the secret agenda behind the movement towards seeing him. But our belief is for him to have gone there, it means that maybe the census is coming back. Thank you very much.
Federal government puts Nigerians on red alert over a new variant of the COVID-19 virus. They call it Omicron variant.
Forget that this federal government. if they like. I was still in the university when they said that we should go and drink salt. Lassa fever, right?
Yes.
I drank salt. A lot of people drank salt in Nigeria, and this salt have killed a lot of people. Now they are telling us again that NSAS everywhere. My brother, sorry, COVID-19. There's nothing like COVID-19 in this country.
There is.
It's just a scam, my brother.
There is.
They are scamming you and I.
Nigerians were.
How many? During that COVID-19, let me tell you.
Canada detects first cases from 2 travelers from Nigeria.
That is Canada for you.
No, from Nigeria.
Hold on.
Are you saying the
Hold on.
Canadians?
Hold on. Do you know why I'm saying all this? During COVID-19, do you know what they did in Nigeria here? They will go to your house. Once you are feeling a symptom of malaria or something,
are you a medical person?
Even if I'm not a medical person, I'm old enough to know when the federal government are lying.
No, is it by being
me?
old enough?
Do you have COVID-19 in this country? What are you saying? Do you know that they will go to your house? Okay. A man somebody's head was broken. They went and fetched him out from my compound. That he has a COVID-19 attack here last year. Okay. What kind of bad government are you talking about?
Okay,
you're telling me.
Now, Festus Keyamo, do you know him?
No.
Festus Keyamo.
No, I don't know him.
The former lawyer is an activist.
A woman activist.
Yes.
Yes.
Now he has discredited the legal status of the NSAS panel.
Why? Why would he do that? Is it because it has not been working in their own favor or what? Why would he discredit?
There was no massacre.
There was no massacre. Said by who? But there was an evidence. Evidence is everywhere. Even few weeks ago, we said that the analysis of this answers of the result of this answers of the thing was proven right. Not even telling you that he has to discredit when they decided to appoint few people to go for the analysis of what really happened during that answers. They brought a result, and people were saying that they have tried. And why is it that the government is not trying to backlash and backwash again what really happened? Telling us that somebody like a prominent lawyer like him, I don't know him, but I believe he is a prominent lawyer, telling us that whatever that happened during that, the Harmony panel that we have said is nothing but unprofitable, unachievable. He is not telling us the truth. Somebody must have paid him to come out and say that. My brother, there was a lot of massacre during this answer, so you cannot come out here and tell the whole world.
The word massacre is different from killing.
I know it's different from killing, but that's pogrom. It's almost something, because a lot of people died, my brother. A lot of people, massacre, when 10 to 5 people died, what are you saying? Are you talking about massacre here?
There might be a way to look at it.
I don't know that. I'm a Nigerian. I don't think there's any way to look at what really happened during these answers. The only thing that happened that was killing during answers. And the people that you are telling us that came out to abolish the result of answers, my brother, they might have been paid that. So you cannot come out here and tell the whole world that there was no killing. How many people were killed at Target here? How many people were killed at Target here? What are you saying? And they are here telling us that there was no killing. We are talking about Lagos. What about other states?
Okay. Let's also look at Twitter has accepted federal government's conditions.
And what are the conditions?
They must have an office here. They must be registered. They must pay tax.
Well, if that is what would make them allow Twitter, because Twitter is also another means of sending information to your various people, whatever they are. Getting me? It must not be only Facebook. When you look at Facebook, what is happening in Facebook these days? Facebook is more or less of a childish, I don't know how to put it. Social media. Children now feel Facebook. You don't know who is who again. But when you talk about Twitter, Instagram, these are big boys' place where you can meet a lot of people. So if they say that they should bring an office here, well, there's no problem.
What's your plan for 2023?
2023 election, my brother. I said 2023. Anybody that's coming, somebody was telling me that Tinubu is going to win this 2023 election, and I proved to him wrong. Tinubu doesn't know what he's doing. Ask me why.
I don't have any issue with Tinubu.
I don't have any issue with him. But as long as he's colliding with Hausa people, a Hausa man, a typical Hausa man, a typical Fulani man will never relinquish his power to Tinubu. As long as 2023 is coming as soon as possible. Do you know that even if it is PDP, a Hausa man doesn't mind to cross carpet from PPC to PDP just to give a Fulani man another presidential, to make him a presidential candidate in this country. But if you are talking about Tinubu, he has failed and he has failed. Nobody, no Hausa man, with his rightful senses will ever give this position to Mr. Tinubu. He is just wasting his time simply because he has done, he has not really done what was supposed to do, what was supposed to be done by him. You are fighting a just, okay, you are pushing yourself towards the Hausas, the Fulani, thinking that
are we not Nigerians?
if we know we are all Nigerians, even if we are all Nigerians, but the truth of the matter is, you don't give yourself to these people very much like that. I grew up here, Mr. Man. I was opportune to grow up in the north. I know what they can do. They are just like when you are eating, we are eating and dining and whining with the devil. You use
Long spoon.
you do long spoon because these people are somehow they can change overnight. Trust me, if APC members are only fulfilled with Hausa people, Fulanis, if before 2023, do you know what will happen? They will cross campaign to APC, to another party, simply because they want to take this power out of a Southerners. Are you getting me? So, Tinubu should just forget about this presidential election. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. Chigozie. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Good morning to esteemed viewers.
Okay. Ojuzo Kalu went to visit Nnamdi Kanu in detention. Let me get your position on that. I know you might have, but let me get your position on that.
Yeah, before that, you know that this is part of a program for the 4th of December. And you can see the contact number there to contact or reach out Mr. Matthew and make your meaningful contribution. Thank you very much. We'll do expect your cooperation. May the good Lord continue to bless you as you continue to encourage us in any way possible. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Okay.
Yes, of course. It's just only in Nigeria that things are done out of normal. So I think if his legal counsels allows gives us consent, and if Nnamdi Kanu's consent is sought for, and he approves Ojuzo Kalu to see him, I don't think there is anything wrong at that. But the fundamental issue is that was Nnamdi Kanu consent sought for? Did he approve the visits of Ojuzo Kalu? Or was it just imposed on him by way of intimidating? That is what we don't know. But whatever happens, well, I believe he still has the right. Of course, Nnamdi Kanu is his brother. And if he deem it necessary to probably have some private discussions, and at this time, I think that is nothing fundamentally wrong. But what is wrong is the Nigerian system, because every such visit could be suspicious. Having understood the antecedents of Mazi, yes, you may call him Mazi Ojuzo Kalu, of course, former governor of Abia State, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hails from. So the fundamental issue is that I hope his health or his life or security is not compromised by that visit. But Ojuzo Kalu, of course, as every other person, has the right to visit him if he deems that necessary.
Okay. Yoruba leaders and groups disagree on Sunday Igboho. Some of them are saying that they don't want a political solution. They want the judgment, the court, justice to take its course. Let me get your position on that.
Disagree on Sunday Igboho in what respect?
Some people are saying we should let's meet the president like the Igbo leaders did. Some are saying no, we don't want to meet the president. Let's go through the justice system.
Which justice system? In fact, if the Yoruba leaders are still hoping in the state of hopelessness, it will be the highest affront on the Yoruba race. Which justice system? Where are the killers of Dele Ige? Where are the killers of Kudirats? Kudirats. Where are the killers of Fela? And the likes, the lists are unending. Has justice been done? You see? Where are the killers of MKO? They set up several panels of inquiry, and what was the outcome of such? It's just a diversionary way of distracting themselves, not the people. We understood that there is no justice system, and if you are expecting anyone soon, I think you are living in the world of fantasy, in the world of deception. So the Yoruba, of course, I believe that most of them are not in consonant with Sunday Igbohu, who, of course, meant well for the people and who want to chart a new way and a new system for the Yoruba nation. So I think it will be on the best interest to support the movement for the emancipation of the Yoruba nation. You can see the history of Afanja has not been corrected. That error has not been corrected. Where a total stranger, the land of the Yoruba ancestral land was ceded to a total stranger. So I think the history is there staring at us. So we can't afford, or the Yoruba race could not afford a repeat of the Afanja saga, which has remained a thorn in the flesh of the Yoruba people, unless, of course, they are living in denial, where their presiding Oba was killed and another total stranger was enthroned as the emir of Kwara, which, of course,
you don't know history.
Of course, if you don't know history, then and you don't want to know,
There's no history.
it means, of course, you are as useless as whatever. You are not existing. You must trace your history. You must understand the previous antecedents, and of course, that is why, of course, and thank God that the mother of Moses communicated to Moses, telling him that you are in a strange land. You belong to the seed of Abraham. You see, we must continue in as much as the government deliberately want to silence history, want to silence our ideology and culture, our belief system. That's why, of course, they abolish history in our school curriculum. But there is a way of conveying, of course, history down to the next generation. In Igbo land, where we call it Moontel, story, tales by moonlight, and other things. So it is okay. We still preserve that culture. So the Yoruba leaders, who are those leaders? Sometimes people we give such we attribute to the leaders are mere political opportunists, who of course are parading themselves as the leaders of Yoruba, but they are not there to protect the interests of the Yoruba people. Likewise, the Igbo extractions, they are merely more political inclined and seeking for where to cut the whatever that could be possible at the center. So they don't represent. Sunday Igbohu is a clear freedom fighter. His position is very clear. Stop killing my people and taking over their ancestral home, destroying their farmlands, which is one of their major source of livelihood, sustenance. That is just, and they begin to chase after him. You see, if they succeed killing Yoruba, those Yoruba leaders will become corporate, will become lamb that will be taken to the slaughter, because there will be no person to defend them, because they are cowards and they can't speak out when the version becomes high. You see, why are you not negotiating? Sunday Igbohu's position is I must support him. I don't belong to the Yoruba race, but I know that most of the Yoruba people are married to the Igbo sisters. So I will want, of course, a better future for them and for my my extension brothers. Of course, once you are married to an Igbo person is married to a Yoruba, we as Igbo people will cherish that particular son, that our son is very important to us. So we cannot allow anything that will jeopardize their interests and their future. So we must rise at this time. In fact, it's unfortunately that most of the Yorubas are not even ready for freedom. They prefer to remain in perpetual servitude, slavery, than fighting for freedom. For freedom, you must be determined and you must show some level of resilience and consistency. You see, it is not the time, of course, to betray this movement by Sunday Igbohu and, of course, his teaming supporters. I believe that the only way to liberty, the only way to fulfilling one's dream and aspiration is freedom. If you don't have freedom, you are a perpetual slavery.
What's your advice to Nigerians?
Of course, I have no any advice to you as a Nigerian, but my candid advice and encouragement goes to the freedom fighters. You see, you must commit, let your generation be proud, let your generation identify you as one of those who stood up when the version becomes hard, who stood up when other people are scoring for safety, trying to hide their head. But of course, generation and history will forever, of course, erase them from the events of history. When you stand up for the occasion, it doesn't matter. Of course, many people have laid down their life to ensure the restoration and the emancipation of their people. The Mandelas and the likes of Nkrumah or whatever of Ghana. So these are legacies that have been laid down. These are foundations, and of course, I derive inspiration from those freedom fighters. And of course, we must continue the agitation, of course, for the restoration of the Biafran state. Why? Of course, because it is predicated on justice, equity, and fairness for everyone. We can continue in a system that has failed us, and we continue to fail us. Barely 50 years or 60 years after independence, we are still struggling on how to, find our feet on the place of stability and economic prosperity for all, which of course has remained an illusion and will never, of course, come to fruition. The only remedy and panacea to these myriads of problems remains, of course, the dissolution of this chaos and hellish system called Nigeria. The only way forward is Biafra.
Okay.
Chigozie Ndibo. Chigozie Biafra.
Point of correction, Chigozie. We Yorubas, we are ready for freedom. A lot of Yoruba agitators are on ground, fighting it silently. We don't need to make noise that we are fighting for the freedom. You have people like Showore, you have people like Abdul Mumini, Serap. He has sued the federal government on the HENSAS now. And that is part of the main freedom we should be talking of. Freedom to associate, freedom to protest, freedom to do all things. So we are all one in these struggles. The Southeast is fighting for the freedom. The Southwest is fighting for the freedom. The South-South fighting for their freedom.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lagos. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Pia. Good morning, my brother, big brother. Happy to see you this morning. My name is Lucky Eyaguna. Lagos. Thank you very much.
Federal government puts Nigerians on alert over Omicron variant of COVID-19. So now we need to be very careful because this variant is deadlier than the COVID-19.
I think federal government have the responsibility to protect the citizen. But this government are not protecting us. Why? This thing is not coming from Nigeria. It's coming from abroad. Where you see a foreigner coming from abroad, the first place he will land in Nigeria airport. But you go there, you and I know that anybody coming from abroad, they don't even check. All they know is, what did you bring for me? And the person will go in and dispute the sickness to Nigerians. The only sickness I know in Nigeria is malaria and typhoid. And what we have here. But those who coming from abroad bring this thing because government are not doing their work. They're supposed to do in airport. Airport have become, those agencies in airport have become beggar. Custom, police, SSS, TSSS, EFCC in airport, go and check them. All they know, Oga, what do you bring for me? What do you bring for me? So definitely, people will still bring that sickness to Nigeria. So I am not surprised.
We need to be alert.
We need to be alert. But thank God for the weather we have. All these things will not happen to us. We need to pray. Prayer and observe and follow the due process. We will overcome all the sickness in Nigeria. But the highest sickness you and I know in Nigeria is sickness of poverty. Sickness of poverty is higher than this, what they call micro. Is it microfinance? I mean microfinance? Micro what? Micro. Whatever name they call. Oh, micro. Every name they will bring, we will collect. But all I'm saying, we should be very vigilant. That area from.
Okay, Festus Keyamo has discredited the legal status of the NSAS panel.
I watched Keyamo yesterday in the internet. I laugh. I don't know why this our youth. Keyamo call himself youth. I could remember when Keyamo was not in power. The way he criticized Jonathan, the way he criticized Buhari that time. But now, is the government now is defending government against the youth. I'm not surprised. First of all, let's ask Keyamo the job 777 job they say want to claim for each local government.
770,000.
Where is the job? Number one, 0. Number 2, I am not surprised. Every government, every ministers, every governor, from few governors, some agency under this government are full of lies. Number 1 lie moment. So you are frustrated, including the president, the vice president, and the senator, House of Rep, and the other agencies. All of them are full of lies. So I'm not surprised Keyamo saying that. Because the job he promised, 777 local job that he's going to give local government, I have not seen anything. So I'm not surprised. Because he's a youth, but the way he's talking, as if
there was no massacre.
Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. This government is full of lies. That's why you have like moment there. Other people who are serving under Buhari, they will all tell lies. Nobody will say, but one day, the nemesis will judge them. We judge Keyamo, we judge Tinubu, we judge Sanwo-Olu, we judge Buhari, we judge those who serve under APC for 7 years. So God will judge them. For them to kill even one soul in Lekki, and they are denying they are the same people, the same party who downgrade the NSAS panel. And the NSAS panel for justice, fairness, said 11 died. When government said 11 died, not 100 died. Are you getting me? So what I'm saying, please, Keyamo, I sorry for you. One day, go out of that power, nemesis will hold you. That's right.
Orji Kalu has gone to visit Nnamdi Kanu in detention. He's saying that he's in good health and he also wants him to change his ideology. What do you think?
Right from day one, no, that one is APC product. And it's APC product. The former Abia governor is like this, because I could remember when that incident of army invading the IPOB chairman leader home, but I could remember the language the same person said that time. He said that I believe he's the one who ordered that evasion, if you check. Because it was romancing with the president that time. Yes, because that is where he lived. So people like that, he look for presidency, which he cannot get. So nobody will give him presidency. So all this is doing is a jamboree. go to Nnamdi Kalu for prison to go and see. It doesn't concern me. All I know, Nnamdi should be released, Igboho should be released. That's my own takes. Forget those people who are working on that APC, all of them are liars. Couldn't this former governor for Abia State, Kalu, is telling lies. Going there to go and see, if you like, all you know, let him bring her into, he has a prison to serve. Very soon, he too going to serve a prison. He was serving the prison before Buhari brought him out. I get me. So he's going for prison too very soon when either PDP or other party take over the government.
Update us on what is the market.
Yes. Now you can see what I'm wearing. Yes, boldly. Let me check. See. This is for telephone number. Telephone number means, see, the get together we're having. And I pray before we have a few days now. Rice, chicken, drinks, things that women being need to eat to survive to go down. But let me tell you, this government, we don't have government, we don't have president, we call it to our own. I know, no, we must eat. Are you getting me? We are not now saying to want to buy car, want to buy house. Eat first. When you eat first, that sickness that is coming will not even hold you. But when you don't eat, it's a problem. Rice still remain 29,000. Yam still remain 3,025. Tomatoes
For one.
are going for one for chuba yam. Tomatoes are going higher. Alubasa are going higher. Salt, everything go. When fuel is increased, you know everything goes up. So things are very expensive. Even this Black Friday, Black Saturday, they normally do before. Make this cheap. Nobody's doing it because why? Farm people did you go to farm? People do produce yam. Don't be surprised this yam they are saying it's coming from Ghana or Benin Republic. Don't be surprised. Because everything we bought. Because you can't go to farm. They have been afraid not to kidnap. So these are very expensive in Nigeria. Nothing is going down. You know, anything that goes up, don't come down in Nigeria. That is it. So that's why we have bad leadership. So my name is Lucky Yaguda. What I'm wearing, I believe most of you understand. Call this number, we'll give you what one. Our get together is coming. Look, the purpose of that get together is that our viewer that have been supporting us, Lip TV, we need to honor you. We need to give you an award. Even though you are not here, but me make sure, me pray for you. It's an award to you. We are going to live long. We have few days. We are going to gather both the Igbos, Yoruba, Hausa, Edo. We are going to gather together and celebrate. Why we are celebrating is that the platform we are using, that we thank God for God using Biodu, the CEO, and my brother here, the coordinator, who is guiding us. We are alive because the kind of life we live for a year, 2 years, since other APC is cause, poverty, hatred, kidnapping, sickness. So we need to pray, not only just to eat that day, is to pray for those who are supporting us and pray for those the owner of the company, for us giving us opportunity to stay through till now. And it's not easy. Those that have billions, they have gone. But we, the little one we have, thank God, God is blessing us.
Thank you very much.
May God bless you.
Mr. Lucky.
The platform.
I have Mr. Raphael Tresband Ngechi. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Raphael. How is everything, Mr. Raphael?
Oh, we thank God, my brother. We give God all the glory.
We had an August visitor. Nnamdi Kanu was visited by Kalu.
When I learned about it, I think I learned about it online, and I was arguing with people, various races across Nigeria, and we were like attacking ourselves, and we're like, this man is a good man, he's now trying to agitate or, you know, advocate, solicit for the Igbo man or Biafra. Then to me, I was laughing. You know, I made my point. I write a very comprehensive, you know, response or narrative, you know, for them to see my mind or to understand my mind. I say, you guys don't have knowledge. They said, yes. I said, this man, he sought for Nnamdi Kanu When Nnamdi Kanu escaped through Azumiri, I think it was the militants, Niger Delta militants, that ferried him to Senegal where he was hidden. And that was the very time I said, Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to move anyhow on this continent called Africa. They say how? I was writing. Because Nigeria has influenced almost the whole countries in Africa continent. There's no country that Nigeria doesn't have influence. Nigeria is a country that is more generous than any country in this continent.
More generous.
I'm telling you, in terms of giving, philanthropism,
I support.
my brother, I'm just telling you, this is an influential country, but the worst, is leadership and managerial ethics. You understand? They don't know how to manage what we have here. Now the country should not move anyhow. And you know that these people, this government, sent Ojo Kanu to go and spy on Nnamdi, or to go and look for him around the world. Now, Ojo Kanu look for Nnamdi in London, United Kingdom. But before he went to United Kingdom, Ojo Kanu first of all moved to Ghana, because Singapore, Asia countries, he went there because rumor had it that Nnamdi Kanu was in Ghana. He told Federal that he spotted Nnamdi Kanu in Ghana. They pump him money. Ojo Kanu landed in Ghana. He looked for Nnamdi. Looked for Nnamdi for where? He could not succeed. He was paid. He was billed to kill him.
That's an allegation.
No, was it 3 months? Was it 6 months? I'm telling you what happened in 2017. That's why I finished all of them online. I say you guys don't have knowledge. The fact that you are a teacher, I'm just making this general statement to everybody, does not make you the best inspirer. Somebody that can inspire, somebody that can impact into people's life. I didn't understand. Anybody that is very knowledgeable, if you are trying to showcase it, practically show it to people. They forgot that in a haste that Ojo Kanu went to Ghana to kill him. Ojo Kanu went to UK to kill him. He could not see him in UK. Nnamdi Kanu stayed in Senegal for over 12 months. Everybody were looking for him. I don't know whether people are forgetting in the haste in 2017 when people were like rumoring, was not Nnamdi killed? Didn't you know that the military onslaught on his father's compound was too, serious? Nnamdi Kanu was caught along the line. Are you sure he was not captured and his captors, detain him somewhere? These were the questions people were asking in 2017. Where is Nnamdi Kanu? Where is Nnamdi Kanu? Where Nnamdi was what? Hiding in the faraway Senegal. And I told people that it's only francophone countries that could do that. Because Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire, I think they share border, and you know that Ojukwu stayed for how many years in Cote d'Ivoire? Because before he was pardoned by Chagari in 1982/83. Chagari, no, it wasn't. Don't say that around me. 84, Buhari was in power. 83, Buhari took over from Chagari in December 31st, 1983. Are you listening to me? So, Ivory Coast and Senegal, let me just be giving you Cameroon, Togo, Gabon, these are francophones. These countries I'm mentioning now are friends of Republic of Biafra. The francophone countries in Africa, they love us. Let me chip in one point to you. To buttress my point, go to Cotonou today, you have Biafra markets. Go to Cameroon today, you have Igbo, not only Biafra, Igbo markets. Go to Gabon today, you have not only Biafra markets, you have Igbo markets, Igbo people. Go to Senegal, go to Ivory Coast. In fact, Ojukwu married wives in Ivory Coast, beautiful women. Until he returned to Nigeria in 1982/83. Are you listening to me? We, the Biafran people, are good friends of the Francophone countries. Let me tell you, Orji Kalu sought to him, sought for Nnamdi Kanu all over Africa to kill him. He was an agent employed by federal government of Nigeria. When it matters like this, in a critical issues like this, they send him. Because Orji Kalu was and still is a good agent, mercenaries of the North, Fulani. He goes messages for them. Wherever they send, he goes. Whatever they ask him to do, he does. So now, he is the right person that is fitted into that job to go and spy on him, to go to DSS facilities, to know whether there's any other possible way to eliminate that young man, or to lure him with juicy promises. But I have a question for you. Could it be Orji Kanu was giving such promises and juicy offer given to Nnamdi Kanu in the past, even this year? Orji Kanu would have grabbed it and sold the Igbos. I'm telling you, do you know the kind of offer they've given Nnamdi already in the past? You know, he refused. He said, if my mother and my father could sacrifice their lives, what do you mean? I have nothing left outside that the rain beats. So I'm not in a haste if I'm outside to rush home to take in my clothes or wood. Outside the milling because this race. Man, what are you saying? So the young man is just out for Biafra. Whatever happens to him, he doesn't care. What that young man knows is that he's fighting for you and I, for the indigenous people of Biafra, southeastern Nigeria. Not see, IPOB is just a platform, a name. IPOB is just like Igbo. Oduduwa is Yoruba. Yoruba is Oduduwa. That is it. It doesn't mean because somebody wear clothes. I'm IPOB. No. Every woman is IPOB. Soludo is an IPOB. Orji Kalu is a foolish IPOB man. Uzodimba is a greedy, dangerous IPOB member. Are you listening to me? So people misunderstand English language. Indigenous people of the North are the Ariwas. That is English. Indigenous people of the southeastern Nigeria are the Biafrans. Are you listening to me? So they sent that agent on the normal errand. It is a norm for him to the federal government to send him to go and execute dirty jobs anytime, anywhere. When it is time for them to suppress or do the Igbos one harm or the other.
Yoruba leaders disagree on federal government political solution on Sunday Igboho. Some groups are saying they don't want to meet the president, like the Igbos did. Some are saying that let's follow due course. What's your take on that?
If Yoruba say they don't want to meet the Mr. Buhari or General Buhari, as my fathers did, they are doing the right thing. Ask me why. Like I always say it, when you are in the house on the funeral ceremony of a man that hanged himself, in the house of a hanged man, don't mention what? Rope. You know what? My father, Mbazulike Amechi, with Okwadike one of Igbo land, Ezife, former governor of Anambra State, and the rest of the Igbo elder what? Statesmen. Let me tell you, they went to Buhari to solicit for their own son that is languishing in jail now. It's a welcome idea by us. We the Igbos, we believe in, consensus. You understand? We believe on, consultation, dialogue. It has been our culture for a very long time. If anything happens in those days in my town, you will see our elderly men, our fathers, with their ochembo. There is this kind of wooden chair, or you call it seat. It's a stool, but it's a traditional stool in Igbo. It's a commonplace Igbo terminology for stool. Ochembo. So they will all just hang it behind their arms with the cloth, you understand, strap on their waist, not even trousers or shorts. Are you listening to me? That's our traditional way of dressing, but they will have something to cover the top. But this down beyond the waist, on the all the way to the what? The advocate, the senior advocate we have in our community. I have their names because you know, say when the senior what goat or he goat, the mother goat, choose what the leaves or whatever. The junior ones, they emulate or look at the mouth of their mother to know how it chews it. So let me tell you, they go for what? Dialogue. And in my village, if there is anything like communal land ownership, they gather around and sort it out. At the Ama, the public square, they will just sort it out, what? And make peace. So the Igbos, they follow our tradition right from day one. They met the man who had in the question of what? Biafra issue. Are you listening? Because our son is there. Their son is there, languishing. His father is dead. His mother is dead. His father doesn't know what is happening again. Even though his kinsmen, they are crying. Release him, release him. But the Igbos, they took the normal step. They went there and talk and talk and talk and talk. But one thing I know in life is that nobody, no man can ever romance the stone. Stone is a dead object that cannot breathe. Stone is an inorganic object. You see how my proverb is now trying to rhyme with Buhari. What is a dead man? And when you see an illiterate, a man that does not see the four walls of school, an illiterate is someone that cannot read and write. Don't tell me that anybody that writes his name is an illiterate. No. When you can write your name, even if you don't speak English or don't speak, it doesn't make you are an illiterate. English says unable to write, unable to read. Buhari is a preliterate human being. Why? Certificate he doesn't have. Sense of humor he doesn't have. Public image, zero. International image, zero. Public relationship, zero. Do you know what happened? The only the language this man has is Al-Quran and Allah. Okay. So when my kinsmen went there to confront him or to consult him over Nnamdi Kanu's issue, they don't know that they are just romancing the stone. And what? They are trying to make mention of rope in the house of a hanged man. Buhari is not somebody that can ever forget or what? Forgive. What happened is that my elderly statesmen, my fathers in the East, forgot in the past what transpired in the past between the North and the Mid-Belt. When they were coming after the conquest of the North, the Hausas, by Osman Dan Fodio. Osman Dan Fodio was proceeding down to southern Nigeria until he was wedged on the center, on the Mid-Belt, the then Benue states. Ata of Igala, what? Beheaded Osman Dan Fodio. And Buhari has come to do what? To take a revenge, so that the agenda of his father, Osman Dan Fodio, will be fulfilled. You remember his promise? He said he's going to conquer northern Nigeria, and he did. He's going to conquer the south. Now, southern Nigeria is a place to conquer. He's going to conquer the southern Nigeria and draw his sword into the Atlantic Ocean. That is virtually taking the whole coastal line of southern Nigeria. That is the agenda that Buhari has come to fulfill. But in the Igbo, most of them, they don't go through history. Nnamdi Kanu is a custodian of past records, recorded, written, and unwritten, folklore, legend, old stories. Do you understand? All these are within the what? Avenue of history. Listen to stories. Listen to what? Legendary stories. People with heroic what? Proportions. There are people that went to wrestling in those days in the far away land of the spirit of the living, and still their back did not ever touch ground. These are still part of narrative histories and tales by moonlight. So I'm telling you that Yoruba elders, if they say they're not going to have anything like consensus or concentration or dialoguing with Buhari, that is good for them, and they're doing the right thing, because Buhari doesn't understand police. He doesn't understand consultation. Buhari doesn't understand the meaning of law, justice, equity. For where? Are you talking to him? Yoruba want to go and ask him what? When Yorubas are Oduduwa, they are trying to be on their own. Buhari is not happy with everybody. This one that my fathers went to Buhari, let us wait and see the result. I think understand. We are not seeing the result yet.
A man that is not from Nigeria. A man that is from what? Niger. Anytime we are making this point, people are saying, look at this one. They don't start their film again. They don't start. That man is a foreigner. If you like, let the whole Igbo people go confront him. If he come, he will be looking at. He cannot. If you ask Buhari now, point who is Ojo Kalu among Hope Uzodinma, Rocha Sokorocha or Hakim, Omahe, my brother, Obiano, and Enyinya, the other one, governor of Enugu State, Ugwai. Buhari will open it. He will call Ugwai, Adam Ochowole. He will go to Ngiga, call him Hope Uzodinma. He will look at Amechi and say, Amechi is Ojo Kalu. Why are you people confusing yourself? But this is a pure fact. I don't base all my argument on what? Can I say hoax or unreality, or you call it illusion? I believe in fact. Fact is fact. Fact is the point that convinces you. Fact is the point that demonstrates. It's a practical fact. The man is a foreigner. Let us go and check him. If Buhari is really Buhari would have gone to one of the best hospitals in the world with some agents from United Nations and this country. Come and see my test. Your blood DNA, if they go through that test, your DNA test will tell you, you Christian, that you are from the eastern part of Nigeria. Your DNA will tell you that this one is from the west, Yoruba. Your DNA will tell you that this kind of Fulani is from Sokoto. Your DNA will tell you that this kind of Fulani is from Futajalon Island. Your man DNA will tell you if you are from Niger, this Fulani man is a Nigerian from Niger. If you are from Chad, as a Hausa man or Fulani, they will tell you this test, you come from so place. It is a scientific thing. I think understand. So it is proven that Nigerians are thrown into confusion for good 4 years or 5 years now, or 6 years of Buhari administration. Everybody, virtually the whole West are confused. The whole Southern Nigeria are confused. The whole North, they have seen the light. Okay. Because somebody that knows history, that knows the occupation of the North by the people that migrated from Futajalon Island and the Fulani, and he has broken the head, their skulls, Hausa skulls, locals, their skulls, and put that information in their brain. Let me tell you, the Hausas originally, they have begun to realize who they are and how their neighbor or their brother or their visitor Fulani sat on them and suppressed them for over 200 years now. 18 or something century, the Fulanis invaded the North and conquered the whole Hausa, enslaved all of them. Okay. Boronu axis could not allow them. That's why today, let me tell you, the Boronu people, the Kanuris, they are Muslims before the coming of Fulanis. They tell them there's nothing like Sokoto Caliphates. Sokoto Caliphates cannot work in Boronu. No. The Kanuris migrated from Sudan. They were Muslims before the people from the highland of Futajalon, Senegambia, that is the Fulanis. That's why they choked them. Okay. Are you listening to me?
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael. Thank you very much for a wonderful rendition. Okay, we are coming to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstands this morning. I am Christian Chukwu on this wonderful edition of the program. I have to say a big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis, and also Mr. Ifeanyi Sunday, that are the ones behind the camera today. Okay, today the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, they are having their convocation, and this institute is going to be celebrating its 50 years in existence. It has contributed immensely to journalism in Nigeria and also in Africa. So I'm part of one of the students going to collect a certificate today. So that's why I'm going after this program. Also, Femi is also a student of the institute. We are getting a permanent original certificate today. I hope you wish us well, and also I wish you well for being part of the program. A big thank you to Boss Flip TV, Mr. Abiodun Kolu, for giving us this opportunity. We'll meet tomorrow. And bye for now, as we meet by God's grace.